Hi everyone, welcome to the first ever round of TKS Community Talks. My name is Samson, I'm an Activate student from New York. 3 weeks ago, I sent this message to the TKS Global channel in the TKS Slack, asking if anybody would be interested in giving a presentation to the community. The reaction was amazing, and since then the interest has only grown. For the past 3 weeks, I, Sabi, and the 7 innovates who are going to be speaking tonight have been working really hard to turn this idea into a reality, and really excited that all of you are here tonight to see it all come together. Before we get into the talks, I want to talk a little bit about the story and the vision behind TKS Community Talks. Do you guys all remember one of the first Innovate sessions, the one on presentations? If you don't, I'll give you a quick recap. When you went into the session, your director split you up into groups. They told each group to spend an hour making a presentation. And then, in front of your entire cohort, they told you that your presentation sucked and you sucked at presenting. This was a slide from my group's presentation from that session. It's awful. We use a random template, and these images here don't really mean anything. We planned to have all 6 members of our group go up to present, but we cut that down to 2 after an earlier group got roasted for it. Those 2 people were myself and Matt Surrey, and between the 2 of us, we probably knew about half of the content that was on the slides. You can imagine how well that went. For most of us, that was probably our first exposure to what a high standards presentation was really like and what it meant to strive for those high standards. After that session, I was confident that every innovate who was there, if they were to give a presentation right afterwards, it would already be 10 times better. And that's exactly what happened. In October, multiple TKS teams made it to the top 10 of a hackathon called the Digital Inclusion Challenge, not to mention all the fire pitches from the Global AI Hackathon that same month. The first objective of TKS Community Talks is to provide exactly these kind of opportunities for students to take initiative, 10x their speaking skills, and give the highest standards presentations that they can. So that when you have the opportunity to speak at stages like South by Southwest, Web Summit, or TED, stages that past TKS students have spoken at, every innovate will be 100% prepared to grab that opportunity and crush it. The second objective of TKS Community Talks is to empower community members to share the coolest things that they learned. The best part about being in TKS is being surrounded by smart, curious, and ambitious people who are working on impactful things and having really insightful thoughts. If you want to learn from people, if you want to find people to learn from, you don't need to look to Google, Apple, or SpaceX. You're surrounded by inspiring people all around you. The second objective of TKS Community Talks is to provide that platform to 10x knowledge sharing within the community. The third and final objective of TKS Community Talks is right in the name. It's to build community. The people in TKS are the people that you are going to want to know for the rest of your life. And giving a presentation or coming to hear what your peers are talking about is a really powerful way to engineer serendipitous connections. If you give a talk that really resonates with someone, or you hear a talk that really resonates with you, you might just have found your next mentor, co-founder, or best friend. The 7 innovates that are going to be speaking tonight exemplify the vision for TKS Community Talks. They took the initiative and were courageous to be a part of this first ever round. For the past week, they've been working tirelessly through revision after revision to push their talks to the highest standards that they can be. They'll be presenting about everything from topics ranging from tackling climate change with 3D printed meat to the value of self-restraint from pleasure. I'm confident that everyone in the audience will learn something tonight and come away newly inspired. So without further ado, let's get started with the first ever round of TKS Community Talks. I hope you all enjoy.